Hey, today we are in Dayton, Ohio, and we're at the America's Packard Museum. And this building was built in 1917 to be a dealership for Packard, and it's been made into a museum for the car itself. So let's go in and take a look. This is a 1934 Super 8 Sports Phaeton. It was constructed for the 1934 New York Auto Show. This is a 1930 Model 734 Boat Tail Speedster. And if you notice that these cars were actually built for luxury. This is a 1928 Custom 8 convertible sedan by Hibbard and Darren. What's it say? Kind of looks like one of those old limos you would see, because it's got like the driver compartment is convertible, but it looks like maybe the back comes down too. Oh, there's a jump seat in the back. Wow, that's a big back seat. Small window. Kind of hard to see where you're going when you're backing up. This is a 1930 convertible sedan by Brewster. Brewster and Company of New York had a long and prestigious history dating back to 1810. Like I said, another luxury car. Look at the seats. Looks like more something like you would find in your house, not exactly in a car. And then behind us, we have a 1926 Model 236 chassis. Since I worked on a chassis line, it doesn't look like the chassis have changed how they've been built. All right, this is a 1934 Super 8 7-pass touring. I think the 7-pass stands for passengers. Another luxury car. That's what they were actually into, luxury cars. They actually were competing with Mercedes-Benz. And all the way up until 1950, they outsold Cadillac. And this one's also got another jump seat in it in the back. So they said that this kind of car was actually used for parades, for celebrities to sit in the back and wave at the crowds. Here we have a 1937 12 touring sedan as you can see, we're going to more of the non-convertible here. See inside still, for its time, very, very nice car. Very luxury. It still kills me how the back seats in these cars look like a small love seat. Kind of wish you would see that kind of stuff today. Not much of truck space, mostly gas tank. 1940 model 448 runabout. A little older year. Sits up really high. The wheels. Nice leather seat, convertible. Of course, like I said, you could tell because it's not even in close. Oh, look at this. Little child seat in the back. I doubt if you'd let your child just sit back here by themselves unless they were an older child. And then if you look, it comes with 2 spare tires. They was punishment for the child back then. If it rained, they had to sit out in the rain. Here we have a 1939 Packard on-a-mill engine. And then we have more engines on around through here. This is the 1928 6 convertible sedan. It was $2,425 when new. This, I mean, when you think of old Hollywood, this is the kind of car you think of when you see. It's got like a wood grain interior. Still convertible. And then it has a jump seat in the back. So it's shut down. Looks like there's enough room that you could actually put something in there. The wheels are very small. Have a place here to step up to get into the back. Running board. This was a 1928 Jesse Vincent Speeder. It was not offered for sale, so obviously it was made for it was made for a 2.5 mile bank oval, so it was made for racing. Yeah, obviously you can see there's no headlights, but still, leather seats, still look pretty comfy. This is a 1932 twin 6 convertible sedan by Murphy. It's approximately $6,000 when new. It's got a swan. Got a fold down windshield for the back seat, it looks like. So it looks like this back here in the back folds down, so if you had luggage to take. This is a 1951 200 Club sedan. Jean Treveau had piloted several Packards in the Carrera Pan American 2, a dangerous border-to-border race that spans the entire length of Mexico. In 1951. The 1953 Caribbean. So we're getting up into the newer years. We may have passed a few years, but we'll go around. I don't want to bug other people that are in here. And there's more people over that way. But as you can see, it's a convertible. Very big, still kept with the big back seats. Starting to get that 1950s look. Of course, it's a 53, so obviously. Let me see, I missed. Yeah, these were $5,210 when new. And as you can see, just looking down, they still keep it look like, sort of like, still like the show floor, as if this place was still selling them. And the next one's a 1950 Caribbean, just 1 year older than the one we just looked at. And it was $6,100 when it was new. And I don't know if there'd be very many differences. There is a little bit in the headlights, the shape of the headlights, and then they got sort of the two-colored look. The interior style and everything, we look at the top. Yeah, these are all just Caribbeans all the way down, just 1 year after another, so you can kind of see the differences that they went through. This is a hardtop one. It's a 1950 station sedan. It sold for $3,449 when new. It's got the wood paneling on it. Always like that. It looks like the interior's seen. Oh, it's a blanket on there. Maybe the interior's seen better days. It's kind of a wagon. It is. It's all panel wagon. Well, not panel, because I mean, obviously, but all wood paneling around the outside. And then over here, look, it's got the swan on it. $1953 Mayfair, $3,486 when new. And then a 1954 Clipper Deluxe sedan that sold for $3,590 when it was new. And then if you notice, the emblem's changed. I meant the front emblem that's on the grill didn't change, but looks like the hood ornaments, they've changed just a bit. Sometimes it just depends. I wonder if it's just different models. They got different ones, but if you look in the back, They still got those big seats, big long bench seats. Lost some of the armrests but still big long bench seats. Over here we got a 1941 Clipper 6 Army staff car. It's not offered for sale. It was used during World War II. Many officers and high brass used high-end civilian cars retrofitted for military usage. Dwight D. Eisenhower and Douglas MacArthur, famous, both used Packard Clippers during the war. You see it's got a number on it. Got this, it's the green with the star. And if you look inside, there's actually a rack. I know it's kind of hard with the reflection, but there is, I'd say, a replica of a Thompson machine gun right there on the dash. This is a 1948 Henny Lawndale three-way hearse. It went for $6,735 when new. So you can see it's got the swan for a hood ornament. Very large car due to the fact that it is a hearse. I said Hearst with a T, it's a hearse. We have a 1946 Custom Super Clipper. It was $3,047 when new. And then it's sitting over here by a 1953 Henny Executive Sedan. Sold for $4,650 when new. And our 1941 180 Custom A Sports. $5,385 when new. And you can see it's got the swan on the front of it. And the thing is I know the prices sound very low because of today, but back then these would have been high-priced cars. Because that kind of money back then would have been very high for 1941. So this is a 1948 6 taxi cab. And this would have been $1,658 when new. So if it's a taxi cab, do you think there's like lots of stuff that was missing from the regular, since I mean, they got leather seats. It's kind of hard to see. I understand reflection here, the window's down. But still, we got that big bench and a big bench for the front as well. This is a 1941 80 convertible Victoria. Sold for $4,595 when new. Ah, look, seats. It's not that big bench. They're more of the individual seats. Oak clock right there above the glove compartment. But still, big bench seat in the back. This is a 1952 Packard Pininfarina Coupe. This looks more modern than what most of the cars we've seen so far. I don't know, it's just got sort of that sporty luxury look. As you can see, the seats, front seats, they might be a little farther back than normal. Oh, maybe not. It looks like the pedals are really far back. But it does have a sports look to it. Great big wings off the back for the fenders. What? Who? So, like I said, you can look. We're actually in a different building than what we start. They have a Packard Museum right over there.
Library.
Oh, I'm sorry, library. And as you can see, the place still looks like it was set up as a place to sell Packard cars. Now, I don't know if the second building was actually part of it because we actually walked through a breezeway to get over here. But it's just... it's really neat to see all this. The different stuff and everything. And I'll record the other side, bigger look than just looking at the cars. Quick look around the very first building. You can see they got the old neon lights on. Like the garage area. I don't know if the second building was part of the original building or if it was added on later. And then out here would be the show floor. Well, I don't know, the one up on the lift, yeah. So. Very interesting. Just to come over here and look at old cars. All right, so that was our visit to America's Packard Museum. I did find out the second building was originally part of the first building. So it was all one building, and it was one of the first Packard dealerships here in Dayton. We didn't show all the cars, so if you're in Dayton, make sure to stop in and take a look. It's very interesting. They're open 7 days a week from noon to 5 every day.
Cost you $6.
$6, yes. It's $6 for adults, $5 for seniors, and it was free for students. So it was a very interesting place to see. It's like walking back into a piece of history because it's all left somewhat the way it originally looked. So as for that, we'll catch you on the next adventure.
See ya.